Morning folks, I'm up on the North York Moors again. It's a bit chilly this morning, the first chill of the season. We're halfway through October now. It's been really dry again this month. I was going to go camping this weekend, but the forecast for tomorrow is like 48 hours of rain coming in, so I just thought I'd come out and do a walk. So I'm at a place called the Hole of Hawkham on the North York Moors. Geographical phenomena. I'll spin the camera around for you so you can see. So basically this is a glacial scour in the landscape, and there's quite a bit of folklore around these parts, which I will explain to you in greater detail when we go on the walk. It's a bit hazy, not got the best of views in the distance. But yeah, we're going to pick up some sacred sites, an ancient sacred hill, stone circle, standing stones, whatever. I'm just going to have a bimble around the landscape today and see where my nose takes me. See you in a bit, folks. Yeah, so like I said, it's a bit of a chilly one today, but it's like I say, it's going to be the last dry day for a while. It's been dry for a long time, so I'm just going to follow my nose, and I'm just coming down this path I've never been down before, but I know where I'm heading, and it will take me to the remains of an ancient stone circle and a sacred hill that I will explain more about when we get there. The hill has a big connection with the Hole of Hawkham that we were just looking at the start of the video. Let's just have a bit of a view. Some very thin looking cattle. There hasn't been much feed this year with the drought. The drought is still ongoing. None of the springs are running, and the landscape, they stopped running in May and still aren't running now. So we've got the Pickering Whitby Road winding its way across the landscape down there. That's looking towards Whitby, and then just to the right we have the Fylingdales Early Warning Station, all Ministry of Defence land, and that was set up in during the Cold War back in the 50s and the 60s after the Second World War to detect if we would be attacked by Russia. And now more than ever there's a risk that we could be attacked by Russia in the form of a ballistic nuclear missile. That, ladies and gentlemen, will give us approximately 10-minute warning that we're about to be hit by a ballistic nuclear missile from Russia. Nothing much we can do about it. Anyway. Just coming up to the edges of the Great Yorkshire Forest, Dalby Forest. I'm not going to venture into the forest yet. We're still en route to the Stone Circle and Sacred Hill. We'll do a sharp turn down here. Here's an interesting stone feature. So this landscape, the North York Moors, is absolutely littered with historical structures like what we're seeing here now. It does have a name, this ancient cross, and they're ancient way markers. So these footpaths we're walking on today go way back to medieval times. So let's have a look on the map. Let's have a look on the map what this is called. It is called Malo Cross, or Mallow Cross, M-A-L-O, near a place called Winnie Nab. There are some the letter R. Is that an I? An E? Don't know what that is up there, but yeah, Mallow Cross it's called. Something else down there. And we do a sharp right angle turn here. Oh, I'll just give you a bit of a panoramic view where we are. Like I say, we're just on the edge of Dalby Forest now. No wind at all, perfectly still. Just a bit chilly. And we're going to head down to where we're looking for. Onwards and forwards, striders. I've just caught my first glimpse of the Sacred Hill. There it is. I will tell you more about it when we get there, my friends. I absolutely love days like this. This time of year, autumn, is my favourite season. It's just before the bad weather kicks in. You've got all the colours of the landscape around you. And you really don't see anyone. I've not seen anyone yet. But the only thing that's just disturbing my peace, see if we can hear. Don't know whether you can hear that. So it's the beaters waving the flags. There's a shoot going on. They're shooting the pheasants and the grouse. That's the problem with this time of year in the countryside. You don't see anyone, but you'll always hear the bloody shotguns and rifles going in the distance. But we're approaching one of our objectives of the day. The remains of a stone circle. I'm not aware of any name for this stone circle. I was looking on the map, the Ordnance Survey map, and it just says standing stones. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Huh. So, yeah, there's only 2 standing stones left. I thought these were standing stones. And the remains of old hawthorn. There's one of the stones lying on the floor, and there's another one of them there. There's a few more strewn around. Obviously different landowners over the years have removed them. But yeah, quite the view. So who knows what they were doing here, but it is at the bottom of the Sacred Hill. I know I keep mentioning it. Well, I'm going to climb up there. I'm going to have a cup of tea at the top, and I'll talk you through the history of the hill and the name and everything. But just bear in mind, it did have a stone circle at the bottom of it. I do have a theory about this location, which I will talk you through when we get up there. Absolutely beautiful there. Dalby Forest, stretching far and wide. Such a beautiful, beautiful landscape, the North York Moors. Okay, see you at the top. Woo! Bit of a brutal climb for a man of my age, almost vertical, but I'm at the top of the Sacred Hill, and I must say the climb was worth it. Wait till you see these views, folks. The North York Moors, forests, moors, dales, even early warning defence systems. So we're like in a trough here, and this hill's in the middle of the trough. So if you can remember at the start of the walk, I was at that scour in the land, and the ancient folklore, basically, there was a giant lived up here called Wade, W-A-D-E, also known as Wadder, going way back. And the story is that he had an argument with his wife, and I can't remember which, it was either Wade or his wife, ripped up a sod of earth where the scour is, the whole of Hawkham, at the beginning of the walk, and threw it at either Wade, or Wade threw it at his wife, and this missed the mark, and this is where it landed. So yeah, ancient hill called Blakey Topping. People carried out the ceremonies and rituals on this hill pre-Christian times, going back before Common Era, the Brigantes tribes, the people before the Brigantes tribes. Yeah, I'm going to do a set up. I brought my flask. I'm going to have a cup of tea, and I'll have a little chat with you with my cup of tea. Nice cup of green tea I made this morning. So I know I said earlier in my video it's pretty chilly. It is a pretty chilly day, but walking up this hill, Blakey Toppings, warms me up a bit. So yeah, like I was saying, autumn, favourite time of year. No one's about. You can feel the energy in the land, the transitioning happening as we slip into the dark half of the year. It'll be interesting to see if we keep this dry weather going through the winter. The ground is absolutely bone dry. I've gone through land where I've come through here before, and it's been boggy, even in the summer. You've had to watch your footing. It's been really easy going, really firm, really hard. So we'll see what the winter brings. It'd be nice to get a bit of snow. But if you do get the chance to get up here, please do. It's a great place, especially this time of year when all the crowds are, they're not here, the kids are back at school, etc. The tourists have gone back home. I should have brought something up here, to be honest, to make an offering on this sacred hill. But I'll come back. I might come back at the winter solstice and do it then, if the weather's going to be fine. See if the skies are clear and I get a chance to see the sun come up from up here. I think I'll make an offering. Yeah, we'll see where we end up. Like I say, I'm just pottering about today. We'll see where we end up after here, and hopefully we'll get a few more interesting shots. See you in a bit, folks. Bit of a breeze getting up, precursor to tomorrow's rain coming in. So just heading back to the car now to show you these views. I think I'm going to explore that dale over there next time I'm here, and it goes all the way along. There's probably some river running in there. To the North York Moors. Basically it's a riverbed from when the glaciers were melting 10,000 years ago, and there was a huge river that flowed from Scotland down the side of the country with the ice melting. You've got to remember it was at least a mile thick, the ice, during the Ice Age in this part of the world. So there was a hell of a lot of water. So yeah, this undulating landscape is the bed of a river. Can you believe it? Must have been a pretty spectacular thing to see back in the day when the ice was melting at the rate that it did. But yeah, I'm heading back to my car now. I think I'm going to go and pop in and see my auntie. She lives not so far away. Get a cup of tea, have a chat with her, see if my cousin's there, and then head on home. It's been an alright day, just a nice little bimble about. Forest walks, moorland walks, picking up the ancient Sacred Hill, Blakey Topping, the remains of the stone circle at the bottom of Blakey Topping. Quite a magical place, to be honest. When I was sat up there having my cup of tea, you could see, sort of feel the energy of the land, the energy of the place, if that makes sense. Definitely a place that I'd like to come back to, hopefully on the winter solstice, to catch the sunrise from up there, if the weather conditions are right. So that could be a good video. So until we meet again, oh, hang on a minute. Let me try and zoom in on this, what I've just seen. These paragliders. I hope you can see them. There we go. See them? Like I say, the wind's gone. When I first set off this morning, there was no wind. It was perfectly still, but there's a low pressure system coming in. And the conditions must be right for these guys. So I hope you're not wasting these dry conditions we've had this year. Sat in your house watching telly, watching YouTube, playing video games. What a waste of a life. Get out there, get striding, folks. Till we meet again, take care, lots of love.